Hello, this is Leslie Morrill. Today I want to tell you a brief history of music broadcasting. I hope to show you how advancing technology in radio and other forms of broadcasting contributed to the popularity and continuity of music broadcasting. The first patent for the art of and apparatus for generating and distributing music electronically was in 1896 by Thaddeus Cahill. His invention fed music signals down telephone lines. However, it wasn't until 1920 when Westinghouse Corporation licensed the AM radio station KDKA that broadcasting became accessible to almost everyone and became a popular form of entertainment. The first decade of radio broadcasting saw hundreds of stations appear, and the government drew up an agreement with the RCA Corporation to manage technology patents for radio transmitters and receivers. The 1920s began with households receiving radio broadcasts on crystal radio sets, often requiring headphones, switched to large battery-operated radio sets with dials for tuning and horn speakers. By the 1930s, technology had advanced to produce console radio-style radios with beautiful cabinets and enclosed speakers. The 1929 Depression saw tremendous growth in radio. Programming was used to broadcast live music from studios and concerts, as well as to deliver stories, comedy shows, and news designed to lift the spirits of American citizens hard hit by the economic downturn. As radio grew, so did advertising, and sponsors soon had the power to decide on talent and programming. In 1934, the Federal Communication Commission was created to regulate radio broadcasting delivery and advertising claims. Radio broadcast continues to be an enormous source of entertainment, and music programming was played by disc jockeys, so named because they would play music recorded on discs that we know as records. Soon tapes emerged, allowing for music and advertising programs to be pre-recorded. A DJ's presence was still required to operate machinery and make announcements, and as music broadcasting popularity grew, it created DJ superstars such as the Wolfman and Mike Adams. When television emerged in the late 1940s as a popular and affordable radio with pictures, radio broadcasting began to lose its popularity. Technology advanced to save the day when radios became small and were placed in cars, but it wasn't without struggle until the emergence of rock and roll in the mid-1950s. Artists, such as Elvis Presley, got plenty of radio airtime on large city and small local radio stations, and records and advertisings were selling like crazy. But by the end of the 1950s, even rock and roll artists were turning to television for greater exposure. Gordon McClendon gave radio a much-needed comeback at this time when he developed format radio. He noticed that teenagers enjoyed hearing the same songs on the jukebox and realized he could sell the idea of having radio stations create playlists with short breaks for advertising and repeat the play pattern frequently. Format radio was born. Radio broadcast of music continues to reinvent itself in order to maintain its popularity in the broadcast market. Transistors were invented, allowing for pocket-sized radios. Top 40 shows in all musical categories emerged. FM radio became extremely popular, overtaking AM radio because FCC regulations allowed for longer music broadcasts between required advertising and news breaks. Technology advanced by the 1980s so that an entire day's worth of music and advertising could be pre-recorded. Today, digital delivery allows computers to create, edit, and store large-scale productions. By the end of the 20th century, satellite technology made delivery to home and car radio easy and inexpensive. New services such as digital radio and television, satellite, and internet music delivery have appeared, and even with these technology advances, AM and FM radio survive as popular broadcast deliveries. Music broadcasting has been with us for over 100 years. It began with broadcasts over the telephone, moved on to radio, then to television, and now was sent through radio wave, satellite, internet, and digital technology. I look forward to many years of music broadcasting and to seeing and hearing what new technologies will emerge.